What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and I apologize if I sound pretty sick in this video. I have a really severe cold at the moment, but I still wanted to cover this news here on the channel today. So if you guys were wondering, as the title suggests, how you can get your hands on a brand new ranged weapon, guaranteed, and not a Mark II weapon here in Black Ops 4, then definitely stay tuned here in this video, because we're going to be going over a new feature that Treyarch has just announced as of a couple of hours ago. So as they've officially said, in addition to contracts, we're making changes to how new weapon bribes will work in the future. In an upcoming update, we'll introduce the new Ultra Weapon Bribe that will first reward a black market weapon that you don't own, and you'll only get Mark II weapons from this Ultra Weapon Bribe after you own all of the new ranged weapons here in Black Ops 4. So they've also said standard weapon bribes will continue to work as they currently do, and all types of weapon bribes will remain duplicate protected until the player already owns every black market weapon, Mark II weapon, and Mastercraft in the game. They also said they're planning on introducing a new special event later in Operation Spectre Rising, which will include an earnable Ultra Weapon Bribe through contraband, and players can expect to earn additional Ultra Weapon Bribes in the future to add more black market weapons to their collection. Now I want you guys to keep in mind that they didn't say whether or not the Ultra Weapon Bribe will be free here in Black Ops 4. They only said they would be introducing it in an upcoming update, and the way that they've announced a new special event later in Spectre Rising also gives me the hint that it might be a special event similar to the St. Patrick's event. And obviously the Barbarian event gave us access to the Cap 45, and you were given the option to freely move up, I believe it was 20 to 25 tiers to get your hands on the Cap 45, or you could have bought your way to that final tier for about 2,000 or so COD points. And if you didn't take part in the Barbarian event, you could have also unlocked the Cap 45 via the Cap 45 Mark II variant that is currently available in reserve. So my assumption is this new special event later in Spectre Rising will probably be something along the lines of an event that costs maybe 2,000 or 2,500 COD points, and when you purchase it, it'll give you this special order which will make you go up a couple of tiers, and one of those tiers will then be a Ultra Weapon Bribe. So that's what they mean by Ultra Weapon Bribe through contraband. Sure, you have to go up a couple of tiers to get this Ultra Weapon Bribe, but you have to pay for the special order towards getting to that tier. But I do hope I'm wrong, and I really do hope that the first Ultra Weapon Bribe is released for free for everybody out there who is very frustrated with getting a Mark II weapon out of their original weapon bribe that they got from Days of Summer. But the other thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that this new contract system, as I've said many times before, is a pure reflection of the system we had back in Black Ops 3. As you guys might remember, the very first triple play they ever released required you to get 75 wins in multiplayer, but the reward was a pretty interesting weapon bribe because it would also give you the chance at getting a melee weapon, not just a ranged weapon. After the community expressed their anger towards that decision, Treyarch said, you know what, we're gonna do something different. With every triple play you guys do, it'll guarantee you a ranged DLC weapon, not a melee weapon. And then later on, when they introduced the Grand Slam contract to everybody, the Grand Slam would require you to get, I believe, 125 wins, and when you finished it, you'd be guaranteed a ranged DLC weapon and a DLC melee weapon as well. So it was the best of both worlds for those of us who were interested in both ranged and melee weapons in Black Ops 3. So my assumption also is that on top of the Ultra Weapon Bribe, they might introduce a Grand Slam variant in the future. So something similar to the Grand Slam where you'd get both a ranged DLC weapon and a Mark II DLC weapon. I really wouldn't be surprised, since melee weapons obviously are all free through contraband streams or are available via the black market for COD points, like the hammer and the recent pirate sword. So that's my assumption with how they'll handle DLC weapons in the future for Black Ops 4. But on top of how to get your hands on a guaranteed ranged weapon here in Black Ops 4, they also confirmed that contracts as a whole will be available on Tuesday, June 25th on all platforms in a new patch that will also bring Hacienda Twilight, another map weather variant, to Black Ops 4. So they also went in depth about how contracts will exactly work, and it's definitely not what I expected and is kind of a step up from the way Black Ops 3 did things, but still is just giving you more of a chance to gamble here in game within the black market versus giving you more of a chance to get what you want, if that makes sense. So here's everything they confirmed about contracts. Contracts will be available in multiplayer, Blackout, Zombies, and World League, each with their own unique challenges to complete. Players will be able to jump from mode to mode to complete contracts in any order they like. There will be daily and active contracts. Players will have a global daily contract and 6 additional contracts to choose from in each of the 4 modes, for up to 28 contracts available to complete at any given time. Up to 3 contracts can be active at once, including 2-player selected contracts and 1 daily contract for each game mode. Contract availability will be like this. Daily contracts will refresh every 24 hours, while players must complete their daily contract in each mode before the refresh, when a new daily contract will take its place. Activated contracts will refresh at a regular interval, and any of these contracts can be swapped out for another while retaining progress made until the contract pool refreshes. Currently activated contracts will never expire, and progress made towards inactive contracts will be lost when the pool refreshes. There will then be standard versus hard contracts. Players will be able to activate 2 types of contracts aside from the daily contract in each game mode. Standard contracts will provide a moderate challenge that can be completed fairly quickly, while hard contracts will put your skills to the test with more rewards to earn for completion. Here's an example of a hard contract in Blackout. So they showed a picture of a solo stalker placed in the top 10 in a solo game 2 times, with the reward being 500 merits in Blackout and 2 reserve crates, which is pretty interesting. The contract earnings will include the following: reserve cases, 1 or more based on the challenge required, bonus XP in multiplayer Zombies in World League, bonus Nebulium Plasma in Zombies, and bonus merits in Blackout. Reserve earn rates and daily tier skips. On top of the new contract system, players will continue to earn reserve cases at a constant rate throughout gameplay. Players will also continue to earn daily tier skips, which will be rewarded for the first win in multiplayer or league play, first merit earned in Blackout, or for reaching round 15 in classic Zombies. Now for Zombies rewards, daily contracts will replace daily callings in Zombies, giving players new ways to earn reserves, Zombies XP, and Nebulium Plasma in addition to the mode's extra daily tier skip. The second daily tier skip in Zombies will now be awarded when the Zombies daily contract is completed, with up to 28 contracts to complete at any given time and new opportunities to unlock reserves through gameplay in all modes. Players will have more ways to earn in-game rewards than ever just by playing the game. The more you play, the more you can earn. Now in terms of what this means for Zombies factions, since callings seem to be replaced now by these contracts, is currently unknown, but I'll go into that in a separate video. Now in terms of how this contract system works, once again, it's a step up from Black Ops 3 in a way, since we have loads of other contracts we can do now, so many more options than we had in the previous installment. But with the way the system works and the way that it encourages you to play all modes, it almost feels like this should have been introduced during the launch week of Black Ops 4. With the way this game is updated and with the way players feel like certain modes aren't updated enough, it feels like Activision's approach with Black Ops 4 was for players to play the game in its entirety, and what that means is for players to equally play multiplayer, Zombies, and Blackout, maybe even World League. And that would have definitely made more sense if this contract system was available at launch, because no matter if players preferred Blackout over Zombies or Zombies over multiplayer, they would have had no problem going through each of the different modes to complete all their contracts so that they have a better chance or have a guaranteed chance at getting an item that they really want for whatever mode they prefer to play. That would have made so much more sense if this step up from the Black Ops 3 contract system was available back in October, and I definitely think it would have been available back in October if Treyarch had a full 3-year development cycle when making Black Ops 4. So in terms of what this means for the future, I think this will definitely help people out with getting more cases, more crates, more XP, and probably at some point guaranteed triple plays or guaranteed weapon bribes as they add them in periodically to this contract system, but it definitely won't make or break somebody's decision to actually play Black Ops 4, since it doesn't seem like they have any type of decision in mind to not lock new weapons behind reserves. I think this is the system going forward, where they'll say, you know what, we'll give you guys more opportunities to earn reserve crates and cases, but on the flip side of that, we'll also have every new DLC weapon locked behind reserves, with the occasional 1 to 2 new weapons within a new contraband stream with every new operation. That's the most they're going to do for us. I think this is the best they could do in terms of Activision's expectations of Treyarch themselves. Let me know what you think of all this down below in the comment section. This has been DK Dynamite. Check all links down below in the description, and peace out, everyone.